the photograph, the guy in the Old Spice shirt who's about to get drafted, he's Hollywood Brown.
Oh, got it.
The guy on the left is the speed burner of the group.
I know.
The 4D
Fresh off of the Week 1 win and yet another Week 1 performance, an excellent performance for the Baltimore Ravens, is second-year player Marquise Hollywood Brown. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
It was great having you on back in that day.
Yes, sir.
If I had told you that day, hey, you're going to be hooked up with Lamar Jackson, what would you told me? If I told you that day.
I'd have been excited, man. I would have been asking how you knew.
Yeah, well, I would have said I'm from I'm the ghost of football future for you. What is it like being hooked up with Lamar Jackson as a professional wide receiver in the National Football League?
It's pretty fun, man. Just on and off the field, it's a lot of excitement, and just to be out there and gaining chemistry with him has been a lot of fun.
What do you mean about excitement? Walk me through that for you.
'Cause we from like the same place, so we always laughing. It's always fun, fun environment, on and off the field. So we want to see each other, succeed.
Okay, is there any sort of fun that you could, talk about on the air? What sort of fun are you talking about?
Just on the field, like fun as in he looking at me, I know what he thinking. He throw it up, we score a touchdown. Off the field, talking about our Pop Warner days, or talking about how we grew up, and we have similarities and different things like that. To bring out laughter.
So, what similarities do you have from those days?
We talk about from like Pop Warner football, right, to food we used to eat, to how our parents used to act, to different things. It's just pretty funny how same things guys go through at a younger age. Other guys are going through as well.
How did your parents act that were similar then? I'm trying to dive in here about your similarities.
All right, what we were talking about the other day was about food, and parents always like, you can't drink that until you finish your vegetables, but they make us force us to eat these vegetables when we're real thirsty, so we'll try to scrunch everything to the side of the plate to make it look like we ate most of it, and that was pretty funny.
Well, you know what I used to do as a kid? What I used to do is I used to take the food I didn't want to eat, and I'd put it under the plate, the edge of the plate, thinking that it would not be seen, not really walking through how this might work when my parents lifted the plate and saw a ring of all the food that I said I had eaten. I didn't really think it through. It didn't really work out for me. How did it work out for you, pushing it to the side, though?
Sometimes it worked, and sometimes they you ain't even touch it. But sometimes, if you eat a lot of something else and you just divide the vegetables, make it look like you ate a pretty good bit.
I feel the need now, though, Marquise, to do the right thing for all the youngsters who are out there listening. To say, if you eat your vegetables, you can grow into grown-ass men like Marquise Brown and Lamar Jackson. Oh, pardon me, if there are kids out there. You can grow into grown men like Marquise Brown and Lamar Jackson
for the
definitely. Baltimore Ravens.
See, eating the vegetables definitely would have helped me going into, high school. But, I'm on the right track now eating my vegetables. So all the kids out there, you got to eat the vegetables.
Okay, very good. Very good. That's Marquise Brown here on the Rich Eisen Show. Before we get to your team and you specifically, tonight, Thursday night football, the Browns are out there. How did you encounter the Browns defense, and what do you think, could happen this evening based on what you saw? How were you able to exploit the Browns defense as well as you did in Week 1?
For us, we always go in and we're, it's not about the team we're going against, but it's about us. So if we go out there and execute what we need to do, it don't matter, the jerseys that's in front of us, we have to respect them, but at the same time, we have to run our game plan. And that's pretty much was our mindset, was to run our game plan, execute our game plan, and, whatever happens, happens. So Coach did a great job of putting us in the right place. And, we ran our routes good, quarterback threw great passes, and we were able to win. Come
on now. You didn't circle anybody? There was nobody circled in your offensive meetings leading up to the week? There were no Browns that got circled?
Myles Garrett, we knew we had to do a good job of containing him.
Right.
And, they have good cover corners. Denzel Ward, Greedy Williams didn't play, so, those two guys, we knew we had to know where they were on the field, and other than that, we just had to execute our game plan.
Okay, and so in terms of keeping Myles Garrett bottled up, I mean, is that kind of Lamar's job too? Is to make sure he knows where he is and use his entire athletic savvy to stay away from him.
Yeah, definitely. Our offensive line, they take pride in when they have a guy of that caliber to go out there and try to protect Lamar as best as he can. But they also know if he gets beat, Lamar can make a play for himself. So it's pretty good to have a quarterback like that.
Well, next up for you is Houston, Marquise. You're visiting the Texans, who are still licking their wounds after the Thursday night opener against the Kansas City Chiefs. You know that they're not going to want to fall to 0-2, and you also know what they bring to the table. What do you see on film right now that poses a challenge as we're heading towards you having to get on a plane?
Those guys play hard over there, on defense. On the defense side of the ball, they fly around. They got a lot of guys that they play a lot of man, so they feel confident, in their group of guys. So it's gonna be our job to go out there and like last week, we don't want to be 1-1, so we want to be 2-0.
Who nicknamed you Hollywood? Who did that?
Gus Johnson.
Gus, the announcer, Gus Johnson, nicknamed you Hollywood.
Yeah.
Do you remember what play? How that?
He first said it my 2017 versus Kansas State. We were down like 21, and I got in the game, and I had a pretty good game. But we played Oklahoma State, primetime game, and I broke the school record, and everyone just started calling me Hollywood after that.
Because they heard Gus call you Hollywood? When somebody told you, "Hey, Gus called you Hollywood," and people started calling you Hollywood, were you fine with that, huh? You're like, yeah, okay, I'll take it. Is that what it was?
Yeah, I was fine with it.
Okay. Does anyone else call you Hollywood now, or just
mostly everybody?
Mostly everybody. Who calls you by your first name then?
My family.
That's it?
Yeah.
So your family does not refer to you as Hollywood?
Nah, they either call me Jet or they call me Marquise.
Okay, let's turn you into actual Hollywood. Hollywood, if you could be on a movie or a television show of your choice, you get to be on it. You get to be the star. You get to either guest star on it or whatever. Which one would that be?
I think I'd like to be on like The Walking Dead or something.
Okay, now, are you a zombie?
Nah, I'm definitely like the guy that survives. And,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so you want to take people out. You want to take zombies out, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I want to take them out.
Okay, The Walking Dead. We're going to make this happen. How does that sound? We're going to make this happen. We know people.
Okay.
We know
Get
people.
me on.
Okay. And so you take people out, and you're Hollywood Brown, and you're going to do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
All right, very good. So I guess deep down, can you play for somebody who's not a Heisman Trophy winner? Can you hook up with somebody who's not a Heisman Trophy winner, Hollywood? Or that's part of the Hollywood? Is that those guys?
I mean, they wasn't Heisman Trophy winners when I played with them at first, except Lamar.
Okay. So you helped make Kyler a Heisman Trophy winner, is what you're saying?
We all did.
What is that? What's that in the background right there? Where are
that
you?
Is Anthony Levine yelling at me every time the door opens.
What is he doing?
He's just trying to mess with me.
Who's trying to mess with you?
Anthony Levine.
Why?
I don't know. He's trying to start conflict.
Okay. Do you want me to talk to him?
Nah.
Because I could try and put a stop to this thing. Okay.
He good. He done.
All right. Look, enjoy yourself. You take care of yourself, Hollywood. I always enjoy catching up with you here. And let's connect down the road.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
You got it. You take care of yourself.
Thank you.
You got it. That's Marquise Hollywood Brown. Good kid, doing good things.